Well, welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. Oh, it's actually a night game, so I can say night instead of day, or mid-morning, or 1:13 p.m. So that's the positive of being back to a night game here is I don't have to worry about all that mumbo jumbo of it's a day game, it's a night game. And for the YouTube audio stream, I have the volume as high as I can. And I know there was someone who stopped me earlier and said, hey, the volume was a little bit low. Having some issues with that. It's literally as loud as I can possibly make it. So I do apologize for that. And I'll be taking a look at that over the course of our off week here. Well, let's get into the starting lineups. El Paso Rhinos with the win last night as they improved to 5-4-1 on the road. Starting forwards for the Rhinos, number 16, not 15, on the left wing is Ethan Wolcott. Wolcott with a 2-goal game last night. The number 22 from Brighton, Michigan, Ian Castemo. And it's Troy Hunka, the number 10 on the right from North Canton, Ohio. Defensive pairings of Diego Hata, number 27 from Japan on the left defense. And Chase, this one I struggle with, and I do apologize if I mispronunciate it. Chase Nire, or Nightray. I do apologize if I get any of these wrong. And then in between the pipes for the Rhinos, it's going to be a change. It's going to be the number 1, Jacob Hanlon in net out of Canada in between the pipes for the Rhinos. Remaining forward lines for the Rhinos. Aiden Bergner on the left. Gage Giblin in center, and Camden Kaiser on the right. Nolan Smith on the left. Jackson Poltoni, who had a goal last night, in center, and Rafael LaViolette on the right. Brendan Murray on the left. Charlie Turner in center. Grayson Stepien on the right, and Sam Anderson, the extra forward being dressed by the Rhinos here tonight. Jackson Porco and Alexi Giorgi, the defensive pairings. And then Tommy Shore paired up with Simon Neely. The El Paso Rhinos are coached by head coach Mike Riviera and assistant coach Austin Seen. Well, and it's time for your Amarillo Wranglers starting lineups. On the left, it's Daniel Rosega. In center, it's Taz Zadi. And on the right, Caden Haggerty. Defensive pairing of Cruz Smith and Landon Poe to get us going. And then Charles Antoine Girard in the net here tonight for your Wranglers. Remaining forward lines of Igor Petrov on the left, Alphonse Gentler in center, and Jake Boulanger on the right. Dan Dolan on the left, Jacob Miller in center, and Jake Fortin on the right. Mason Lupo on the left, Dominic Damakievs in center, and Jaden Shirk on the right. Defensive pairings of Lucas Schaefer and Tavon McCorser. Hayden Hegweiss paired up with Ethan Ogle, and it's Tiernan O'Rourke, the extra defenseman being dressed by the Wranglers here tonight. Your Wranglers are coached by head coach Michael Hill and assistant coach Lucas Stern. Well, we're just minutes away from the start of this one here. And here come the El Paso Rhinos out onto the ice. Last night's game was really just a lot of mental lapses for the Wranglers here, and the El Paso Rhinos taking full advantage of their power play opportunities. 2 goals on the power play, and then the Rhinos scoring one within seconds of a power play that they had, ending about 2 to 3 seconds after that power play had expired. They ended up finding the back of the net. And again, Ethan Wolcott netting 2 of those goals, and Jackson Poltoni with a goal to his name as well last night. Well, and for the Wranglers, they're going to be looking for a different outcome here tonight as they get ready to head out onto the ice. folks, out on the ice, your Amarillo Wranglers. And we got a puck shop brought to you by Oscar Mayer, tonight's game sponsor. Well, like was mentioned on the PA system a moment ago, it's $2 dog night. Hot dog, that's a deal. Okay, I promise that's going to be the one and only hot dog related pun of any kind here tonight. I got my one. You gotta respect it. And we actually got the Wienermobile on the concourse as well. And prior to the game here tonight, a lot of fans in attendance going to check out the Wienermobile, get their picture with it. So again, thank you so much to Oscar Mayer for sponsoring tonight's game and helping $2 hot dog night be a possibility. Well, it's also Hispanic Heritage Night here as well, and head coach Michael Hill during the coaches show talked about what that culture means to him. On his mother's side of the family, they are Mexican, so head coach Michael Hill, half Mexican, and he talks about how much family means to him. It's Cruz Smith starting it off for the Wranglers after winning the faceoff. Haggerty sends it around the boards. Honka looking for a feed out of the zone, has to reset it on back. Otto with it. Otto looking for a feed into the zone. Castemo trying to get to this puck before Smith. Castemo ties Smith up out of the boards. Puck poke free. Poe. And a shot. This one blocked through traffic. A puck in the corner. Smith tying his man up. Azadi with it. Azadi. As Rusega on the wings, Azadi carries it in. Wraps it around the boards. Wranglers looking to go for a change. El Paso doing the same as well. Kaiser out onto the ice now. And a bouncing puck. Glove down by Boulanger. And they're going to get a hand pass here now on the Wranglers. So we'll get a face-off in just a second. Face-off in the neutral zone right outside of the El Paso zone here as Alphonse Gentler scoots on up. Gage Giblin across from him. And this one tied up. Gentler tossing this one into the zone. Boulanger looking to apply some pressure. And a puck left on that pass by the El Paso Rhinos. Kept in. Boulanger looking for a shot. Blocked on the leg of Shore. Petrov with it behind net. Petrov looking to send this one on back to the blue line. Schaefer to McCorser. McCorser looking for a shot and a redirect attempt from Gentler. Kept out. Blocked on the way in. Bergner sends this one up and out of the zone. McCorser feeds it on over to Schaefer. Wranglers going for a change. Sent around the boards. Dolan getting the loose puck in the corner, battling for it. El Paso. Smith looking for a feed onto the wings. Ogle looking to send this one up and out. Smith with it at the blue line and a stick in from Danlo Dolan. And offsides now on the Rhinos. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off in just a second here. Captain Jacob Miller on the draw. Jackson Poltoni across from him. Everyone whacking away at this one. Miller feeds it on over to Fortin. Hadquist. Dolan sending this one into the corner. Miller to the loose puck. It's on the back of the netting. Fortin battling for it. Poltoni looking for a feed outside of the zone. Alviolette sends it into the corner. Ogle gets to it, turned over, and a puck's going to exit the zone now. Rhinos were looking for a man down low in the slot. Dumped into the zone. Rhinos looking to go for that change. Smith looking for an option. It's cut out. Murray looks for a shot. And a big save there from Gerard. Damakiewicz looking for a feed on over. Lupo has it caught in a skate. Some help here now. Puck sent on to Gerard. Gerard's gonna, well, he had it for a hot second, but they're gonna say he held on it for a little bit too long here, so we'll get face-off inside the Wranglers zone. He was looking to shovel it on over to Cruz Smith, but whistle already blown here. Zadi and Charlie Turner on the face-off here inside the Wranglers zone. Turner winning this one. Murray surveying his options, goes back down low, bottom of the face-off circle. McCorser to lose puck behind net. Now it's Rusega with it. Rusega with options. Weaves his way into the zone, dumps it off to Zadi. Zadi to Haggerty, looking for a shot. Puck just wide. Haggerty taken down, not enough to draw a penalty. Now Murray looking to reset. Rusega, and on the forecheck, looking to win this one in the corner. Wranglers were going for a change. Murray sends it around the boards. This one arriving on the doorstop of Girard as he punches it away. McCorser with a nice hit there. Rusega chips it off the glass. Icing waved away. Shore gets the loose puck. Jetler trying to get to this one first. Keep it in the zone. Wolcott with it. Wolcott into the zone looking for a shot. O'Rourke blocking that shot attempt from Wolcott. Edquist looking to send it around the boards. Cut out. Wolcott with it. Feeds it down low and a loose puck hanging there as Unko is looking for a wraparound. Girard denying that attempt. Neely scoops up the puck in the neutral zone. Feeds it on over to Shore. Shore back to Neely. Neely fans on the pass there. Petrov with a stick in. Puck's going to leave the zone. Hedquist back to Poe. Wranglers looking to get a small change here. Thornton trying to keep this one in the zone. Shore bouncing puck's going to leave the zone now. Smith ties his man up on the wings. Poe to the loose puck. Looks for a quick feed. Wranglers trying to catch El Paso out on the change. And puck shovel into the corner. Dolan battling for it. Borgo feeds it to Bergner. Bergner banks it out of the zone on the boards. And Smith feeds it back in. Miller looking to lay ahead. Bergner. A bouncing puck. Fortin battling for it in the neutral zone. Dolan to the loose puck. Feeds it to Miller. Miller sends it into the corner. Wranglers looking to get a change here. Schaefer out there now with Shirk. The last piece of the puzzle. Damakiev's and a shot. Blocker save there. Loose puck scooped up. Damakiev's unable to claim it on his stick as Giblin finds the feed before going for a change. Loose puck into the corner. Sent around the boards. Dolan scoops it up. Looking for Shirk. It's not Kaiser with it. Kaiser on the blue line. Delayed offsides waved away. Rhinos looking to go for a change instead. Schaefer with it. Schaefer carries the Wranglers into the zone. Looking for a shot. Puck behind the net there. Now Smith feeds it into the corner, and it's going to go up and out of play, so we'll get a face-off here in just a second. Well, they're going to take this face-off into the neutral zone here. Actually, they're going to be taking it to center ice. Tazati and Jackson Poltani on the face-off here. Just over 5 minutes gone by in the first period. Poltani winning this one, sending it back to Shore. El Paso sending this one in. And icing going to get waved away here. Smith. We're going to get it. It's now Hedquist. Feeds it to Rusega. Rusega finds Haggerty. 2-on-1. Haggerty looks for Izzati and just out of reach, but Izzati's back with it. Sends it into the corner. Rusega with a nice hit. Haggerty looking for Izzati. Izzati with it down low. Looks for Rusega. Poked away on the paddle there. Hanlon. The paddle save. Now a shot from range. Just wide. Puck behind the net. And Hanlon going to reach out and hang on to this one. Taking his net with him just a little bit. A good offensive trip there for the Wranglers. Couple good looks. Both sides going to go for a change. Petrov out there with Boulanger, Poe, Gentler, and Smith. Offensive zone draw here. Gentler with Charlie Turner across from him. And going to toss Gentler. Gentler going just a little bit too early there. So Boulanger will be on the draw instead. As Turner wins this one for the Rhinos. Murray looking for a feed. Stepanetti losing the puck. Cut out by Smith. Smith looking to bank it up to Gentler. Barco feeding it in the corner. Girard with it on his paddle. It's now scooped up by Petrov. Loose puck down low and a big save from Girard. We got a loose bucket here and we're going to get a whistle. Oh, and a little bit of extracurricular activity here, and Poe might be earning himself a trip to the box as well. Landon Poe was just a little bit displeased with that late hit on to Jake Boulanger. So it looks like we're going to get one aside here. I mean, I understand wanting to stick up for your teammate, but when all eyes are on you. We'll have to see who's going here for the Rhinos. Offsetting penalties. It's going to be Murray for the Rhinos in the box. Well, Landon Poe pleading his case. Well, it looks like they're going to be taking Cruz Smith as well. So we'll have to see if the Wranglers are going on the PK at all. Talk about discipline being a key, and you have yourself a power play, then that just quickly evaporates. Well, we're getting these penalties assessed. Most likely Cruz Smith with an unsportsmanlike. See if we get 4-on-4, or if it's going to be anything different. It looks like it will be 4-on-4 here. Actually, it's going to be 5-on-4, so El Paso getting a 2-minute power play. This one's held in by Shore. Shore. Rhinos looking to send Wolcott down low. Wolcott, fed on back, short from the blue line to Kaiser. Kaiser with options, feeds it back to Shore. Shore looking for a little bit of a dump. Kaiser, a shot, this one sent high. Hunka with it. Hunka down low. Wolcott back to Shore. Shore holds the line, feeds it on over. Hunka to Shore. Shore looking to shovel down low, feeds it on back. Castamo on over to Hunka. Hunka. And Azadi with a good stick in. Azadi still battling for it. Castamo with it down low and had to collect that one on his skate. Puck now down ice. Even Ogle clearing the zone of the Wranglers. Wranglers able to get a new unit of 4 out there. Anka leaves it off before going for a change. 55 seconds remaining of a power play for the Rhinos. Rhinos were waiting for that change. Rhinos huddle in at the blue line. Delayed offsides. Wranglers free to send this one up and out. Boulanger scoops it up. Boulanger looks for a shot. This one blocked on the stick. Smith fumbling the puck a bit, and Boulanger trying to get a piece of it. Schaefer pokes this one back into the zone. 26 seconds remaining of a power play for the Rhinos. Smith into the zone. To his own puck into the corner. Wranglers looking to keep their shape. And a puck turned aside. Miller gonna toss this one down ice. 10 seconds left of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers. Puck around the boards. Gerard with instructions for Ogle. Penalty killed off by the Wranglers. Edquist to the puck in the corner. Looks to feed this one up onto the wings. Puck's going to leave the zone. Miller with it. Miller stays with it, slows it down. Wranglers looking to get a change in personnel. Schaefer out on the ice now. And this one poked away as Haggerty going to fall, and we're going to get a whistle here now. So El Paso going to the box, and it's now time for the Wranglers to go on a power play. Number 7, Sam Anderson in the box. Hooking the call on Sam Anderson. Well, we're going to get a immediate timeout as well, so we'll be back in just a moment. welcome back from the media timeout here. We go back out on the ice. 2-minute power play for the Wranglers. Boulanger, Dolan, Miller, Ogle, and Smith. The 5 out there on the first power play unit. Miller will be on the draw with Charlie Turner across from him. Miller wins this one. Smith scoops it up. On over. Ogle to Miller. Miller with a quick feed on to Smith. Down low to Boulanger. Boulanger sends it back to Smith. Smith having to reset into the neutral zone. Goes to Ogle. Ogle. Back to Smith. Smith looking for Miller. Puck into the corner. Miller trying to get to it. Puck kept in by Ogle. Feeds it back down low. Looking for Miller. Dillon. Smith has it fall behind. Now the Rhinos with it. Looking for a shot. A big save on the pads there. Gerard Wolcott looking for a shot. This one sent high. Boulanger brushing his man off. Boulanger. Wranglers into the zone. Boulanger has it poked away but stays with it. Feeds it over to Dillon. Dillon to Schaefer. Schaefer from the point. Shot just high from Schaefer. Gentler looking to battle for it. Wranglers cough this one up. 56 seconds remaining on the power play. Gerard gives it on over to Schaefer. Schaefer. Schaefer feeds it on back to Zadi. Finds the pass to Risega. Risega was looking to feed it back. Puck cleared out of the zone. Schaefer quickly sends it to Zadi. Back to Schaefer. 32 seconds of a power play left for the Wranglers. Schaefer brings it in. Sends it on over to Azadi. Azadi to Risega. And puck tossed out of the zone again. Wranglers having a hard time setting up shop. And on the man advantage here. Schaefer looking for a quick feed. Sent into the zone. Gonna be tossed back down ice. Just 10 seconds left on the power play. Schaefer around the boards. O'Rourke scoops it up. Wranglers maybe gonna just hang on to this one here. Man out of the box. Paso kills this one off. Azadi with it into the zone. Azadi. Shot. Lupo. Oh, and a save there from Hanlon. A good look from Lupo. Bradley's tuning in from Australia. Wow, you are going international. Well, we appreciate you tuning on in. Back into the corner. Neely and Lupo battling for it. Lupo trying to get a piece of it. Short. And the Rhinos looking to get up ice. Neely sends it around the boards. Toss down low. Honka looking for a feed as it's cut out. Damakievs with options. Feeds it into the corner. Damakievs to his own puck. Held up on the boards by Neely. El Paso looking for a zone entry here. This one kept in the zone. El Paso looking for a shot. And a big save there from Gerard. Well, and Hayden Hedquist giving a little bit of a love tap there. Saying, back off my netminder. Well, looks like Jaden Shirk wants to have a go as well. Face off inside the Wranglers zone here. 8:46 left in the first. We're still scoreless. 8 shots so far for the Rhinos, 5 for the Wranglers. Alphonse Gentler and Gage Giblin on the draw here. Gentler wins this one. Sends it back to Poe. Poe looking to feed it up onto the wings. Loose puck scooped up by Gentler. Gentler looks for a pass. Oh, and Petrov had a good look. Maybe a little bit too much speed on that pass. Puck stays in. Poe looking to send it to Petrov. Petrov with a big hit. Fans loving that one. Guys are with it into the zone and an explosive hit there from Landon Poe. Puck held in and a shot and another save there from Gerard. Well, it's getting electric here. There's been a couple dust-ups post-whistle. explosiveness on the physicality from the Wranglers. And the West Texas Wranglers currently tied 0-0 with the Lone Star Brahmas NA Free HL team. And best of luck to the West Texas boys as they traveled on down for an away series. It's a 3-game series, so best of luck to them here tonight. Schaefer looking to send this one out of the zone, but instead sends it up into the stands, as we'll have a face-off here inside the Wrangler zone. Yet again, 8:07 left in the first period. Miller and Polzani on the face-off here. Linesman seen something he didn't like. It's now banked off the boards and delayed offsides, now waved away. Laviolette battling for this one in the corner. Couple sticks in, a loose twig for a second. Is now Smith with it for the Rhinos. Smith looking for a feed down low and a save from Gerard. Bouncing puck. Laviolette feeds it back. Borka looking for a shot. A big save yet again from Gerard. Schaefer feeds it to Miller. Miller dumping it in. Wranglers looking for a change. Borka looking for a quick feed onto the wings. Neely dumps it in, but icing going to get called here. Neely unable to get a piece of that puck before tossing it in. And El Paso having to wait to make a change here now. .729 left in the first period. Shots are 11 for the Rhinos, 5 for the Wranglers. Both sides have had some good looks here so far this first period, but both netminders with some big-time saves. Taz Zadi on the draw with Charlie Turner across from him. Zadi winning this one. Feeds it back to O'Rourke. O'Rourke looking to shovel down low into the corner. El Paso looking to chip this one into the zone. As Gerard's going to hang on to it. Well, and Hayden Hedquist. Well, a little bit of a tap on the shoulder. Well, Hedquist and Murray exchanging some words here now. Probably ones we can't repeat on the air, I tell you that much. Face off inside the Wranglers zone here. Wranglers going for a change. As Jetler will be out there now with Boulanger and Petrov. Aldi Jetler and Turner on the face off here inside the Wranglers zone. Turner winning this one. And a big save there from Gerard and another one! A paddle. Blessed by the hockey gods there. And now Jetler turning on the afterburners. Neely. Jetler got a piece of it. Oh, Gerard with 2 big saves there. Smith scoops it up at the blue line. Feeds it in to Petrov. Petrov into the zone. As it tossed into the corner, Petrov allowing the Wranglers to go for a change here. Petrov sends it back. McCorser. McCorser tries to keep it into the zone while going down. Finds Petrov. And a puck poked out of the zone now. Schaefer with it in the neutral zone. Finds McCorser. McCorser on the wings looking to feed it into Petrov. And a puck high into the air. Petrov trying to keep it in the zone. Wolcott with a feed to Castamo. Schaefer battling Castamo. Castamo staying with it. In the corner, loose puck. This one's going to fall all the way down ice. Not enough for an icing here. Bouncing puck, everyone whacking away at it. Tomakev's had it for a second, Hunka with it. Feeds it Castamo. A lot of back and forth here. So now Tomakev sends it out of the zone. Otto with it. Sends it around the boards. Gerard out of his net. Feeds it to Schaefer on his paddle. Back over to Ogle. Gibbling to a loose puck, looking for a cross-ice feed. Back to Hunka. Hunka behind net. Ogle winning this puck back. Shirk with a good feed on over to Damakievs. Damakievs into the zone. Damakievs running out of real estate. El Paso back with it. Bergner losing the puck for a second. Damakievs scoops it back up at center ice. Feeds it into the zone. Damakievs looking to go for a change now as Miller's out on the ice. Miller to the loose puck. Hedquist sending it over to Ogle. Back to Hedquist. Hedquist. It's Miller looking to feed it into the zone. Ogle. Back to Hedquist. Hedquist looking for Dolan. Dolan trying to get to the puck in the corner. Dolan laying a nice hit. Wranglers whacking away at this one behind the net. Dolan trying to get to the loose puck. Borko shipping this one into the zone. El Paso looking for a feed. This one behind the net. Poltani scoops it up. Poltani. And Poe going to get called here. Probably going to be for a trip. And it indeed will be a tripping call on the number 6, Landon Poe. Wranglers going on the penalty kill. Their second time they've had to go on the PK here this first period. 4:37 left in the first period. Zotti and in Castamo on the face-off here. Short. To Hunka. Hunka from the face-off circle. And a nice block on that shot attempt there. And fed on over. The net's off. And Gerard with a big save as well. Zotti and Castamo on the face-off here inside the Wranglers zone. Castamo winning this one. Wolcott looking for a quick feed down low. Couple sticks in, and Zotti unable to send it out of the zone. Shore holds the line. Shore on over to Honka. Shore calling for it. Back to Honka. Honka looking for a feed. Resega cutting this one out. Launches it down ice. Wranglers getting a new unit of 4 out on the ice. It's Hedquist, Gentler, Ogle, and Boulanger. Shore with it. Feeds it on the wings. Hunka finds Castamo. Castamo back to Shore. Shore looking to get down low. Feeds it behind the net to Wolcott. Wolcott feeling the pressure here. Hedquist tying him up. Ogle sends this one out of the zone. And the defensive duo, Hedquist and Ogle, combining to send this one down ice. As there's now 1 minute left of a power play for the Rhinos. Rhinos into the zone. As they're sent into the corner. Laviette is looking for Poltani. Schaefer tries to clear the zone. Paso keeping this one in. Poltani and Smith at the point. And stick in there. McArthur looking to still challenge down low. Bergner posted down low. Fortin wins this puck. Sends it out of the zone into the corner. Miller thought about it for a second, but electing to go for a change. Zotti, Hedquist, Ogle, and Resega out onto the ice. 15 seconds left of a power play for El Paso. Puck around the boards. Laviette feeds it back to Smith. Zotti sending it out of the zone. Resega looking to challenge. Bergner and the Rhinos sending this one around the boards. Ogle occupying his man. Zotti to lose puck. Wranglers kill this one off. Paso sending it on to Gerard. Gerard leaves it for Ogle. Puck in the corner. Paso there to it. Poltani looking for a feed. We got 2 tangled behind the net. Ogle has got Murray down on the ground. And El Paso wanted a call, just kind of an accidental situation there as Porco gloves down the puck, feeds it into the zone. Schaefer. And a puck just hanging there, scooped up by Turner. Now it's Resega with it. Resega into the corner with a nice hit. Puck bouncing. El Paso freeing it up out of the zone. Murray into the zone, weaves through one, but offsides go the El Paso Rhinos. 1:52 left in the first period. It's been a really back and forth first period here. Both teams look really even to start this one out. Paso with a handful more shots due to having 2 power plays versus the solo power play that the Wranglers have had so far this period. Gentler and Castamo on the faceoff. Gentler winning this one. Puck just hanging there. It's scooped up now by Hunka. He's got a little bit of a scrum foreman. Hedquist with the puck. It's tied up. And, oh, we got the official down as well. Everybody's hitting the ice here. Puck behind the net. Wolcott to it. Wolcott turning, looking for a feed. No one at home. So now Shore scoops it up. Feeds it back to the blue line. Paso looking to shuffle down low. Neely with it. Looking for a feed in this one. Kept out. Petrov looking for some support from Gentler. Gentler sends this one up out of the zone. Wranglers looking for that change. Smith out there now with Fortin. Puck into the corner. El Paso going for a change of their own. O'Rourke feeds it to Smith. Petrov with it. 1 minute left in the first. Petrov sending it into the zone. Otto with it. A nice hit there, but Berger sending this one into the Wranglers zone now. Smith looking to dump this one quickly. Finds Dolan. Dolan with it. Dolan into the zone. Dolan weaves his way through. Loose puck. Tossed into the corner. 32 seconds left in the first. Poe sending this one onto the boards. Miller to it. Sends it back around. Berger battling with Fortin. Dolan down low. Fortin behind net. Scoops up. Looks for a wraparound. And puck's hanging there. It's loose. Fortin looking for Smith. Smith back down low for Miller. 10 seconds left in the first. Miller and the Wranglers looking for a shot on net before time expires here in the first. Dolan taken down, not enough to draw a penalty. Fortin with it. Time getting ready to expire. Poe looking for a shot, and this one sent wide. First period is going to come to a close here as we're tied up 0 apiece after 1. El Paso with 12 shots on net, and the Wranglers with 5. And a really good back and forth first period as this one has got the makings of an explosive second period ahead of us. We've seen a couple dust-ups, and dust-ups that have been settled a little bit by the officiating crew as they're going to be looking to keep a tight wraps on this one here. Make sure this one doesn't get out of hand and get ugly in the second. Well, when we come back, we'll have the start of the second period here live from the Budweiser bullpen in Amarillo, Texas. Welcome on back, folks. The El Paso Rhinos back out onto the ice. And a good first period for both these sides. Both netminders, like we said, Jakob Hanlon and Charles-Antoine Girard with some big saves that first period. And honestly, I want to go back and see that Girard paddle save on the secondary attempt from El Paso. I mean, that one was just everything you hope for as a goalie out of your paddle. You're praying that your paddle magically overnight did not get smaller. So, big save there from the netminder. Well, it's going to be a pretty interesting second period. Both these teams getting a little bit chirpy, getting a little bit physical with each other. And we got $2 dog night. I already made one hot dog pun. I can't make a second one. That's my quota for the day. I'm limited to one hot dog pun, and I already used that up. Well, we just had an update on the World Series game. Toronto Blue Jays up 3-0 after 7. Well, we're ready for the second period here. Castamo and Azadi on the faceoff at center ice. Azadi winning this one. Puck scooped up by Smith. Smith into the zone, looking for a feed on over to Azadi. It's poked away. El Paso with it. Castamo into the zone, looking for a feed on over. It's cut out. Azadi with it. Looks for a pass down low. Sega. And he's able to stop in time. Was trying not to take the netminder Hanlon with him. Zadi sending it around the corner. In the opposite corner, Boulanger laying a nice hit. Puck scooped up by Hunka. Kept in by Zadi. Puck tossed back down low. Wranglers looking to get a change completed here. Petrov and Gentler out on the ice. McCorster scooping up the loose puck. This one turned over. Wolcott sends it into the Wranglers zone. Paso looking for a change of their own. Schaefer with it. Feeds it on back to McCorster. McCorster slows it down, ships it up high into the air. As this one finds its way just past Hanlon, as icing going to get called here now on the Wranglers. Face off inside of the Wranglers zone here. It's going to be Kaiser and Jetler on this one. Puck kind of just caught up in some skates. Giblin whacking away at it. And now McCorster looking to bank it up to Petrov. Bergner sends this one into the zone. It's scooped up. McCorster fighting Boulanger. Boulanger sending it around the boards. Wranglers looking to go for a change. And the Wranglers making sure to finish their checks here tonight. Didn't really see that physicality out of them last night. Now Dolan with it. Dolan just the goalie to beat. Shot. Oh, and it's kept up by Hanlon. A good look there from Dolan. And this one blocked as it's going to go up and out of play. Now the Wranglers with the first good look this period. Miller on the draw with Poltsani across from him. And looks like they might take Miller out of the face-off circle, and it's going to be Fortin on the draw instead for the Wranglers. Fortin wins this one. Puck's going to exit the zone. Zogel sends it on over to Hedquist. Hedquist looking to toss it back in. Violette. And a puck bouncing, and Smith resetting the El Paso Rhinos here. Hedquist into the corner. Smith to the loose puck. Smith down low. Poltsani behind net. Poltsani. Georgie crossing on over. And a shot. And held on to by Gerard. A good glove save there from Gerard. As there was some pressure down low, right in front of his net. Wranglers going for a change here. Got a face-off now inside the Wranglers zone here. It'll be turn around the face-off for the El Paso Rhinos, and it's going to be Gentler across from him. Gentler getting a piece of it. Puck scooped up, El Paso with it. This one's going to ricochet off the skate of the linesman here. Gentler battling for it. El Paso keeping this one in the zone, but now Gentler the other way. Boulanger tossing it into the corner. Petrov looking to get a piece of this puck. And Smith with a nice hit there. Gentler to the loose puck. Boulanger feeds it into the corner. And Petrov with a nice hit. El Paso unable to send this one out of the zone. Gentler having to wait. Played offsides, now waved away. Gentler was looking for Shirk, who just came from the bench. It's now El Paso into the zone as they're looking for a feed on over, and a great stick in there from Smith. Petrov chipping this one in to center ice. Castamo losing it, Shirk to Damakiev's, running out of real estate there. Poe looking to get to this puck. El Paso into the corner with it. Wolcott feeling some pressure from Smith. Smith tying his man up on the boards. El Paso looking for shore and shot sent wide. Gerard still recovering. So he's got a man right on his pads. Gives him a little bit of a love tap there. And a puck sent out of the zone now by Damakiev's. Lupo pressuring. Lupo getting a piece of this puck on the forecheck. And a shot. Scores! Damakiev's! Damakiev's top bins and in. 1-0 Wranglers lead. Well, and that is the fruit of your labor on an excellent forecheck. Mason Lupo keeping the puck in the zone, and Damakiev's with the finishing touches. Oh, back underway we go. Wranglers lead 1-0. Schaefer, McCorser with a good feed into Haggerty. Haggerty tied up on the boards. Zazati trying to get this puck back. Now it's El Paso with it. Giblin, cross ice feed. Ricochets into the corner on the stick of Bergner. Bergner looking for some support. Resega winning this puck. It's turned over. And a shot on the side netting. Paso keeping the zone. Sending it around the boards. Neely to the loose puck. Neely looking to send it on back. And a shot blocked there by Azadi. Azadi sends it up ice. A couple players colliding. Now loose puck in the corner. McCorser looking for a quick feed. Finds Azadi. Azadi into the zone. Azadi finds Fortin. And a bouncing puck. Wranglers having to get back defensively. Hedquist and O'Rourke looking to help out. Inside their own zone. O'Rourke with a nice hit there. And Hedquist with a great poke of that puck. Hedquist finding a feed to Fortin. Fortin into the zone. Fortin slows it down. Looks for a shot and held on to now by Hanlon. 15-13 left in the second period. Your Wranglers up 1-0 over the El Paso Rhinos. Alphonse Gendler and Jackson Poltani on the face-off here inside the El Paso zone. Gendler wins this one. Hedquist, a loose puck. This one sent into the corner. Boulanger sends it back around the boards. Petrov looking for a shot, and a puck was just sitting there. Poltani had it on his stick. And now another nice hit there from Boulanger. El Paso with it, looking for a shot. Kept out by Girard. His body's hitting the ice here. Well, the officiating crew quick to dispel this one. Another small little dust-up. Be a change out on the ice for the Wranglers. Haggerty, Smith, Azadi, Risega, and Poe out there now. That'll be Turner and Azadi on the face-off here inside the Wranglers zone. Well, Turner gonna get tossed outside of the face-off circle here. Sebian will be on the draw for the Rhinos, wins it. El Paso having to retreat into the neutral zone. Girard with it on his paddle, has a man behind him. Girard back in the crease. This one got scary for a second. Azadi with it. Looking to send it up to Risega. This one cut out. Azadi back with it. Azadi into the zone. Azadi to his own puck. Azadi pivots. Feeds it on back. Poe to Smith. Smith looking for a shot. This one sent wide. Now Poe and Smith looking to get back. And delayed high stick, as we'll get that high stick call here. Poe is just trying to tame that puck down. Face off inside the Wranglers zone here. There's a change for both these sides. Vidamakievs on the face off with Samo across from him. .10 left in the second period. El Paso winning the face-off. Couple sticks in from the Wranglers. A shot as this one capped out. Lupo with it. Feeds it out of the zone. Shirk with a feed on over to Damakievs. Has it poked away. Shore to Hunka. Feeds it into the corner. And now Lupo for a couple extra taps and whacks at him. As we're going to get a whistle here. We got someone on the ice. We'll have to see if we're going to get a penalty. Oh, not really sure what we're getting here. Looks like maybe just blowing a whistle so that way player doesn't get hurt, which I'm all for that. Don't want anyone getting hurt. Miller and Castamo on the face-off here inside the Wranglers zone. El Paso feeding it on over. Neely down low. We got a player down. And we're going to get a whistle for that. Oh, and that might not be good. Well, the officiating crew having a quick conversation. Honka is saying that there's blood as he's trying to get a penalty called on the Wranglers. But I don't think anyone saw that. Well, the linesman having a conversation with Fortin. And maybe we will get a penalty here. looks like we might be having number 12, Tavon McCorser, going to the box. On a high stick call on McCorser. El Paso going on the power play. I mean, obviously, if there's blood coming from someone's mouth, more than likely there's a high stick somewhere. So Wranglers just got to accept their fate, that they're in the box for the next 2 minutes. Well, they're actually going to be in the box for 4 minutes. So Tavon McCorser, 4-minute penalty for a high stick. Puck sent out of the zone by Azadi. Rusega turning on the afterburners. Looking to pressure for this puck. Rusega wins it back. Rusega with it. Down low and almost disastrous. Smith had the puck, almost went into the back of his own net. Well, Smith's into the zone with it now as it's caught up and tossed out of the zone now. It's Gentler on the clear there. Puck around the boards. Gerard giving instructions to Ogle. Boulanger laying his man off this puck. Toss on over to Shore. Shore to Smith. Smith surveys his options. Smith feeds it down low. Giblin cross ice feed and a great stick in there from Alphonse Gentler. Wranglers looking to go for a quick change for it and on to the ice with O'Rourke. Schaefer, the loose puck. Wranglers gonna wrap this one around the boards. Miller looking to position. Miller just pressing and forcing Shore to have to reset behind the net. Hunka with it. Hunka cross ice feed. Wranglers looking to keep their shape. And Wranglers able to deal with this one for now as they look to set up shop. Hunka with it. To Shore. Shot! And a big save from Gerard. Smith off the glass, down ice. Miller floats up, looks to pressure. Miller trying to whack away at this one. Anka forced to reset it back to Shore. Shore. And the Rhinos with 2:04 left on the power play. Poe trying to get a piece of this puck. Puck around the boards. Honka to it. Sending it down low. And a nice hit there from Poe as Azadi's going to send this one up out of the zone all the way back down into the El Paso zone. 1:46 of a penalty to kill off for the Wranglers. Shore to Hunka. Hunka into the zone as it's now on the paddle of Gerard. El Paso having to reset up from the neutral zone. Rusega looking to pressure with Azadi. Azadi trying to get a piece of this puck. Azadi having to get back defensively. Oh, looking to whack away at it. Puck down. Oh! And a big save from Gerard. 1:22 of a power play left for the El Paso Rhinos now. 11:03 left in the second period. Alphonse Gentler on the face-off here. That wins it. Smith with it. Smith looking to reposition. Smith floats into the face-off circle. Puck over. Falls onto the boards. Toss down low. Ogle looking to get a stick in. Looking to pressure Poltani. Poltani pivots. And a good stick in from Gentler as now Ogle unable to send this one out of the zone. Smith down low. Poltani. Fed on over. Turner. And a great block there from Gentler. Puck is going to stay in play. Poltani down low. 42 seconds left of a power play for El Paso. A scrum ensuing in the corner. Ogle. Well, puck's turned over and now Gentler with it. Gentler sends it all the way down ice. 26 seconds left of a power play to kill off. The fans in attendance cheering the Wranglers on as they look to get out of this 4-minute penalty that they're currently stuck in. Puck into the corner. Poe battling for it. Smith gets a piece of it. Poe unable to send it all the way out. El Paso looking for a shot. They have to pivot back. 4 seconds left of a power play. Shore. Shot! And a save from Gerard. 4-minute penalty killed off. And a shot. A great block there. Fortin is hurting after that one, though. Fortin laying the body, trying to get up. Now Poe chips it up into the air. Shore to it. Haggerty pressuring along with Miller. Puck cut out by Poe. Short. To Murray. Poe. Battling for this one. El Paso looking for a shot and a good stick in there from Smith. Another shot from the Rhinos. This one set wide. And this one behind the net. Sebien with it. Honka. Georgie calling for it. And a shot. And now held onto by Gerard. Well, after 2 periods in the West Texas Wranglers in a free AHL game, Texas Brahmas up 1-0 over the West Texas Wranglers. Well, we've got a immediate timeout now, so we'll step away for a quick second here. Well, welcome on back from the media timeout, folks. Got a face-off inside the Wranglers zone here. The Dominic Damagievs and Charlie Turner on the draw. No one really laying claim to it just quite yet, but now it's Hedquist with it. Sends it up out of the zone. Lupo and Damagievs unable to beat out the icing here. Face off in the Wranglers zone yet again. Politani, Damagievs on the face-off. Damagievs with it. A little bit of a scrum on the boards here. And puck now scooped up by O'Rourke. Hedquist sends it on into Shirk. Shirk back, Damagievs unable to get enough on it. Damagievs trying to feed it back down low to Shirk. A little bit of a scrum in the corner. Shirk trying to help out, scoops it up. We got a loose twig now scooped up. Petrov keeping this one down low. Shirk with a nice hit. Damagievs trying to put some pressure on the Rhinos here. As we're going to get a whistle here. Looks like Jaden Shirk will be going to the box. Cross-check the call. Kaiser and Gentler on the face-off as the Wranglers go on the penalty kill. Kaiser's going to get tossed from the face-off circle here. Shore scoops it up. And Boulanger getting a piece of that puck. Gentler battling for this one. Honka looks for a shot and held on to by Girard. Oh, another little small dust up here. Wranglers going to get a new unit of 4 out onto the ice. And Jake Boulanger with a couple of words with the head official before heading off to the bench. Big Kaiser and Azadi on the face-off here inside the Wrangler zone. Back into the corner. Toss down ice. A good clear there from Smith. Shore scooping up the puck behind his own net. Fed onto the wings to Honka. Honka with it in the corner. Resega trying to send it up and out. Shore keeps it in. Zadi trying to get a piece of the puck. Gastambo back to Shore. Shore scoots up. Feeds it to Honka. Honka looks for a shot and held on to by Girard. 1:19 left on the power play for the Rhinos here. 7:16 left in the second period. Giblin and Miller on the face-off here inside the Wrangler zone. Miller winning this one. Hedquist trying to send it out of the zone. Will exit the zone. Paso having to reset up shop. Puck sent around the boards. Toss back around the boards. Murray scooping up in the corner. Murray. Now fat on over from the point. El Paso looking for a feed down low. Toss on back to Smith. Murray feeding it down low. Toss it into the corner. Bergner feeling some pressure there, and a good stick in there from Fortin as Miller sends it down ice. Wranglers with a change in personnel on the PK. 30 seconds left of a penalty to kill off. Schaefer trying to pressure in the corner. Puck behind the net as Wranglers ricochet this one off the back netting of Girard's net. And now this one falls awkwardly. Honka sends it down low. Wranglers trying to cut it out. A couple sticks in. Wranglers looking to keep their shape. And a change now for the power play unit. And a nice hit there from McCorster. Schaefer to it. Schaefer sending it all the way down ice. Schaefer wanting a call. Puck caught up at the blue line. It's Resega with it. Resega into the zone. Weaves his way through. Wranglers kill this one off. Resega looking for a shot. Kept in. Poe looks for a shot. And held on to in the gloves of Hanlon. When you talk about one of your most vital penalty kill pieces, Daniel Resega causing havoc yet again as per usual on the penalty kill. On Resega with a few words as he felt like he was tripped up a little bit. Be a Zadi on the draw, but Turner across from him. Vargo resetting this one on over. 7-9. Smith catching it in the neutral zone. Turner with it into the zone. Turner feeding it down low. 7-9. Into the corner. Nice hit there from Azadi as Azadi looking for some support. Smith scoops it up. It's now Georgie with it. Feeds it back into the corner. Back down low. Falls through traffic. Georgie looking for a shot. Oh! And a big save from Girard. Puck is now out of danger. And it's gloved down by Georgie. Delayed offsides. Wranglers scoop it up. Smith to Poe. Puck caught on the wings. Azadi whacks away at it. Poe sends it in. Azadi around the boards. Lupo in pursuit. Lupo looking to cut it out. He's held up in the corner looking for some support. Shirk there to help out Lupo. Feeds back, Hedquist. On over. O'Rourke slows it down. Looks for a shot and held onto by Hanlon. Well, now we've got a dust up. The fans want to fight as Lupo gonna exchange some words. We got a bucket off. Well, how long until we see a glove drop here, folks? Well, looks like Georgie's going to the box. Wranglers going on the power play here now. And the El Paso Rhinos not happy with this. Smith inquiring about the penalty. And it's going to be a cross check on Georgie. Wranglers on the power play here now. It'll be Jetler on the face-off for the Wranglers. Camden Geyser across from him. Puck scooped up by Rusega. Rusega behind the net. Sends it to Zadi. Zadi over to Schaefer. Schaefer back over to Zadi. Schaefer looking for Rusega. Rusega shuffles down low. Jetler shot just wide from Jetler. Puck's going to leave the zone. Wranglers back into their own zone to set up shop yet again. El Paso looking to go for a change here. Zadi dumps it back to Schaefer. Schaefer weaves his way in on the wing. Schaefer down low in the corner. Schaefer looking to send it over to Haggerty. Rusega with it. Rusega to Schaefer. Schaefer to Izadi. Izadi looks for a shot and kept out. Blocker save there by Hanlon. Schaefer unable to keep this one in. Gentler to the loose puck. Puck scooped up by Rusega. Rusega with it. Sends it over to Izadi. Izadi dishes it on back to Rusega. Rusega weaves his way past his man. Feeds it. Down low is looking for Izadi as it's cut out and tossed back down ice. 45 seconds left of a power play for the Wranglers. Smith with it. Looks for a feed. Miller into the zone. Miller slows it down. Pivots. Makes his man bite. Now Boulanger to it. Smith. Back over. Ogle. Down low. Dolan. Back to Ogle. Dolan. Pivots. Was looking for a shot. This one's dumped out of the zone by El Paso. They're looking to go for a quick change. They'll leave one on the ice. 18 seconds left of a power play. Ogle to Boulanger. Boulanger looking to kickstart from behind his own net. Boulanger with speed into the zone. Boulanger staying with it. Boulanger behind net. Looking for a lane to work with. Ogle to Smith. Penalty skill off. Smith looks for a shot. Oh, and just wide. Miller was looking for a tap in there. Ogle coughing this one up. Wranglers have to leave the puck. Well, Boulanger, I think that was actually just kind of the play there. A little bit of a smart offsides from Boulanger. I mean, could have left the puck, but I think he saw that El Paso could have had an opportunity at a fast break, so high IQ play there at Jake Boulanger. 2:33 left in the second period. Wranglers up 1-0. Damakiev's on the faceoff. Boltani across from him. Damakiev's winning this one. Puck caught up. Now El Paso to it. Puck tossed into the corner. Icing waved away as that one was tipped. O'Rourke with it. O'Rourke needing some help on the backboards. Shirk trying to scoop this one up and out. Shirk scoops it up. Turned over inside the zone. Damakiev's pressuring his man. Bouncing puck. Bodies hit the deck. And now Damakiev sends it out of the zone here. El Paso looking for a quick zone entry. Actually, they're just going to toss this one into the corner and go for a change here. And puck caught up. So O'Rourke is to it. O'Rourke Finds Shirk. Shirk looking for Lupo. Feeds it to Domakevs. Domakevs sending it into the corner. Domakevs laying a nice hit in the corner. Lupo and Domakevs looking to combine. Shirk and Smith trying to suffocate this wing here. Stepanine into the zone. Stepanine looking for a shot and a good stick in from Landon Poe as Stepanine wins it back. Now this one's going to exit the zone. Here is Lupo. Sends it into the zone. Lupo with a nice reverse check there. Now Zadi battling for it behind the net. Well, Lupo going for a change here. And Poe with a nice boom there. Zadi not going to win this puck back. Rusega floating. Turned over. Haggerty with it now. Haggerty was looking for Rusega. Rusega turns on the afterburner. Scoops it up. Rusega looking to weave his way through. Rusega was looking for Haggerty down low. Rusega still staying with it. Rusega wins it back. Looks for a pass. Haggerty looks for a pass back over. And a shot poked away there. Turner got a piece of it. Schaefer looking for a feed down low. Puck still in the zone. Haggerty do it. Down low. Looking for Rusega. 36 seconds left in the period. Looks for a shot. Puck hanging there. Haggerty back to it. Has Azadi. Azadi awkward to scoop up. Schaefer to it. Bouncing puck. And puck up and out of play. Well, and an absolute barrage of offense there from the Wranglers. 27.7 seconds left in the third period here. Well, and Rusega and Stepanine are going at it. Face off inside the Wranglers' offensive zone here. Blocker side of Hanlon on the face-off. So it would be Miller and Kaiser on the face-off here. 27.7 seconds left in the second. Well, they're going to toss Miller maybe. It'll be Fortin instead of Miller. Fortin wins it. Hedquist to it. Looks for a quick shot. Kicked aside on the pads of Hanlon. And a puck high up into the air. Fortin trying to keep it in the zone. El Paso feeding it up to Kaiser. 16 seconds left in the third. As Gerard's just going to elect to hang on to this one. Whoa, here we go. Tiernan O'Rourke looking to make a fight happen. Got a couple of haymakers being thrown in this giant pile. Oh, the dust will settle here. Oh, looks like O'Rourke is being escorted to the box, and I think we're going to have offsetting penalties here. Well, they're telling Bergner to go to the box, and Bergner is in disbelief. 12.6 seconds left in the second period. Both captains awaiting a word from the officiating crew. Well, it looks like O'Rourke is probably getting a 10-minute game misconduct here. And looks like they're going to be given the same treatment to Bergner. Well, they're telling Bergner to hit the locker room. He's not wanting to get up. He is a little incensed right now. We'll have to see if any of them join us in the third period. Well, we'll have to see if we're going to be going 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 here. Coach Michael Hill getting the word from the officiating crew. Well, it looks like it's going to be 4-on-4. And this face-off going to take place inside the El Paso zone here. Well, maybe the Wranglers going on a power play, potentially. Looks like what it might be. Well, it's a Wranglers power play. Would you look at that? I think Bergner, with his unwillingness to leave the box and head to the locker room early, might have earned himself an extra 2 minutes. Wranglers on the power play here. Sarah toss outside of the face-off circle. Miller will be on the face-off here. Nolan Smith across from him. Couple sticks in, Shore. Sends this one out of the zone. Gerard out of his net. 5 seconds left in the third. Wranglers unlikely to be able to find an opportunity on the power play with time dwindling here. So, that will do it. After 2 periods of play, your Wranglers up 1-0 over there, El Paso Rhinos. And your Wranglers coming back to 1 minute and 48 seconds. All the power play to start this third period. Well, we're going to step away when we come back. Start of the third period here live from the Budweiser bullpen in Amarillo, Texas. Welcome on back, folks, as we are just moments away from the start of the third period here. It's everybody's favorite period of hockey, the third period. And the El Paso Rhinos back out onto the ice, and we got a decent traveling contingency of El Paso fans at the Budweiser bullpen. And welcome back to this, your Amarillo Wranglers. As a reminder, Wranglers starting with 1 minute and 48 seconds of a Budweiser power play this period. Zadi and Lucas Schaefer giving a fist bump to Wranglers netminder Charles-Antoine Girard. And the El Paso Four having a quick chat before we get this one underway here. Well, we got two face-off specialists on the ice for the Wranglers, but it will be Gentler instead of Azadi. Turner, Gentler, ready to get us underway here. Period free starts now. El Paso with it, sending it into the zone, as they'll burn some time early here on the power play of the Wranglers. Schaefer weaving his way into the neutral zone, sends it into Haggerty. Haggerty down low. Schaefer looking for a lane to work with. Wanted to get it to Gentler as it's now tossed down low to Haggerty. Wranglers unable to keep this one in the zone as it's now dumped out of the zone by Nolan Smith. Zadi high in the net. Needing some support. Feeds it on back to Schaefer. Schaefer. Cross ice feed to Risega. Risega with it. Risega into the zone. Sends it to Haggerty. Dishing it down low now. Scooped up. Haggerty. Puck down low as it's in the crease. It's caught up. And Hunka's got it. Got a man down. Risega back up now. Puck behind the net. Haggerty to it. Haggerty. As it's turned over and Hunka's got it as he chips it down ice. 47 seconds left of a power play for the Wranglers. Smith with it. New power play unit out there. Ogle. To Smith. Smith into the zone. Smith sending it around the boards. Boulanger with it. Boulanger looking for a lane to work with. Feeling some pressure as he's taken down. As this puck's going to leave the zone. Boulanger trying to get back up. 18 seconds of a power play remaining. As icing is going to get called now. Girard was looking for a feed onto the wings. Well, and not the power play that Wranglers fans were hoping to start this one out. Well, there's still 15 seconds left. And the man advantage for the Wranglers, though. It'll be Miller on the draw for the Wranglers. Kaiser will be across from. Actually, they're going to go Giblin. Miller to Ogle. Ogle back to Smith. 10 seconds left of a power play. Wranglers looking to take advantage of this. On the man advantage. Dolan into the zone to Boulanger. Boulanger down low. Scores! Oh, Captain, my Captain, Jacob Miller! 2-0. Wranglers lead. Wranglers captain putting it in the back of the net on the power play as your Wranglers go up 2-0. Ball back underway we go. Damakios and Turner getting us back underway here. Puck caught up at center ice as it's tossed into the El Paso zone. Neely sends it out of the zone. Davon McAllister with it. Chips it up ice. Shirk trying to glove it down. Puck's going to leave the zone. And we're going to get a whistle here for a hand pass now. Jake Belanger with the assist. And Daniel Dolan with the secondary assist on the goal. Be Alphonse Gentler and Charlie Turner. Well, actually, just kidding. They're going to toss Turner out of this one. So Grayson stepping will be stepping into the face-off circle. Shore with it. Resets it on over to Neely. Neely sending it around the boards. Right out of his net with it on his paddle. Wranglers turning this one over and held on to by Girard. It arrived at his doorstep while he was repositioning. Change for both these sides here. Zadi heading out with Haggerty and Resega. The line of Castamo, Honka, and Wolcott out on the ice for the El Paso Rhinos. Honka scoops it up. Honka to Hada. Hada, and a great block there from Azadi. Another shot, this one falling through traffic. Smith, we got a loose twig. Hada trying to send it down low, cut out by Haggerty. Smith banks it onto the boards, tries to at least, as Wolcott's with it, shot sent high. Toss down low, Wolcott. A little bit too much pepper on that pass for the Rhinos. Smith battling for it. Smith trying to tie Wolcott up in the corner. Puck behind the boards. Toss up to Azadi. Azadi has Resega. Feeds it off to Resega. Resega weaving his way through. Looks for a shot. Oh, puck's just hanging there. It's caught up in a skate. Well, Hanlon was trying to feed it off, but we're going to get a whistle here saying he held on to it for a little too long here. So we'll get a face-off inside the El Paso zone. Oh, we're back underway here. As we'll have Jacob Miller and Jackson Poltoni on the face-off here inside the El Paso zone. Poltoni winning this one. Georgie and Dolan battling for the puck. Puck tossing in the neutral zone. Tossed all the way back in. Laid off sides, waved away. Georgie hitting it around the boards. Ogle down low. Capped out. Saved by Hanlon. Wranglers keeping this one in the zone. Dolan just barely going off sides. That puck about an inch or two outside of the zone here. Neutral zone face-off on the doorstep of the El Paso zone here. 16:41 left in the third period. Wranglers up 2-0. The Damakievs and Poltoni on the face-off here. Poltoni wins this one. Porco resets it on over. Georgie finding a feed into the zone. Is now sent around the board. Smith Sending it back to Porco. And this one sent into the corner. And a shot, a big save from Gerard. Puck's going to pop up into the air and go up and out of play. Paso Rhinos is going to go for a change. Looks like the Wranglers will as well. Gentler out there with Boulanger and Petrov now. Geyser on the face-off. Gentler across from him. Geyser wins this one. Puck scooped up, shot, and held onto by Gerard as he makes another save. Geyser and Gentler on the face-off inside the Wranglers zone. Puck tied up. Puck's going to bounce on the blue line. Toss down low. Petrov with it. Petrov chips it out of the zone. Short gloves it down. Looks for a feed. Murray sends it in behind the net of Gerard. Schaefer gets the loose puck. Schaefer slows it down. Feeds it on over to McCorster. McCorster finding Gentler. Gentler into the zone. Gentler's going to pivot. Some slippery ice here as Gentler sends it around the boards. Petrov looking for a hit there. As now Kaiser's got it. Feeds it into the corner. Poe looking to get to this puck, and a nice reverse hit there from Poe. Smith to the puck. Smith weaving his way into the zone, and offsides go. The Wranglers, looks like Haggerty was just off. 15:39 left in the third period. Wranglers up 2-0. 23 shots on net for the El Paso Rhinos, 17 for the Wranglers. Ty Zadi and Charlie Turner on the face-off here. Zadi wins this. Poe sentencing around the boards. So we're looking to wrap it all the way around the boards. Smith unable to keep this one in the zone. Delayed offsides on the Wranglers. Nada with it. Zadi in pursuit. Smith collects the loose puck in his own zone. Poe looking for a feed. Haggerty. Azadi to the loose puck. Looking for some support. He's trying to feed it down low to Haggerty. As this one's now scooped up by Hedquist. Hedquist rifles one on to the netminder. Hanlon from range. And Azadi had it just kind of ricochet up and onto him as he was trying to leave the zone. So offsides on the Wranglers. 15 minutes left in the third period here. Castamo and Miller on the face-off here in the neutral zone. Miller wins this one, sends it back to Ogle. Ogle sending it around the boards. Dolan laying his man up. Nice little hit there. Miller sending it behind the net. Miller trying to get back to this puck. El Paso trying to get out of their own zone. Miller keeps it in the zone. Miller looking for a feed to Fortin. Fortin to the loose puck in the corner. Fortin pivots, sends it back to Ogle. Miller down low. Fortin looking for a shot, and it's kept out by Hanlon. A couple good looks there from the Wranglers. They're denied by Hanlon. Well, a great little give and go there. Wranglers going to get a change out on the ice. Face off on the blocker side of Hanlon. It'll be Damakievs on the face-off with Castamo across from him. Damakievs wins this one. Lupo scoops it up. As it pokes away down low. Shirk trying to help out. Sends it back around. Anka to the loose puck. Lupo winning this one back. Lupo standing his man up. And puck scooped up by Schaefer. Schaefer feeds it into the zone. McCorser to the loose puck. Finds Petrov. Petrov back on over to Schaefer. Schaefer dumping it out of the zone. Damakievs winning this puck. Petrov sending it into the corner. Petrov to the loose puck. McCorser looking for a shot and held on to by Hanlon. 13:52 left in the third period here. Both sides going to go for a quick change. Now Petrov will stay out there. The only one who is out there that will stay for this Wranglers unit. Gentler and Poltani on the face-off. And Gentler just going to go a tad too early here. So Jake Boulanger will be on the face-off. Boulanger wins this one. Gentler scoops it up. Poe banks it off the boards. Smith trying to trouble this one down low. And now Smith for the Rhinos. Feeds it into the zone. Now Gentler scoops it up. Gentler weaving his way through. Looks for a shot. Hanlon keeps it out. Bad save there by Hanlon. Smith unable to send this one out. And now Poltani getting the Rhinos into the zone. And a shot off the side netting. And a nice hit there by Smith. Puck into the corner. Tossed on back from range. Puck sent wide. Smith with a shot and held on to by Gerard. .16 left in the third period here. 22 shots for the Wranglers, 23 for the Rhinos. Ties on engaged Giblin on the draw here. Giblin wins this one. Kaiser looking for a quick shot. This one sent high into the mesh netting. We got a puck up out of play. We're going to another face-off inside the Wranglers zone here now. We got a new puck here as it's been handed off to the linesman on the face-off circle. Zadi Giblin back on the draw. Wranglers winning this one. Ogle banks it off the boards. Puck down ice for Sega in a foot race as icing's going to get called here. Giblin and Zadi back on the draw inside the Wranglers zone. Zadi winning this one. Hedquist feeds it back to Ogle. Ogle banks it off the glass. Icing going to get waved away. Haggerty in pursuit. Sent around the boards. Kaiser collects it as he's held up by Hedquist. Loose puck in the corner. Ogle feeds it around. Haggerty to it. Has lanes to work with as this one's caught at the blue line on the doorstep of the El Paso zone. I'll go with it now. Ogle to Fortin. Fortin into the zone. Looks for a shot. Has it poked away. El Paso recovering in time. And now Fortin battling for this one. El Paso forcing their own zone. Fortin with great pressure on the forecheck. Puck caught at the blue line on the wings as it's tossed around the boards. Short to it. Fortin with a nice hit on Neely. Neely sends it around. Schaefer to the loose puck. Schaefer looking for some support. And now Miller buying some room as McCorster scoops it up in his own zone. McCorster looking for a quick feed. Dumped into the zone. Icing waved away. Wranglers getting a change here now. 11:52 left in the third. Shore with it. Lubo with a nice hit. Schaefer to the loose puck in his own zone in the corner. Turner unable to keep this one in, but icing's now going to get waved away. Puck hanging around in the El Paso zone, now dumped out of it by 7-9. Damakiewicz feeds it into the zone. As this one's going to fall out of the zone now, Anderson looking for a cross-ice feed. Smith to the loose puck. Petrov dumping it into the zone. Otto with it. Scooped up. Poe finds Boulanger. Boulanger in a net. Looks for shot on. Capped out by Hanlon. Extends the leg out. Ogle to Hedquist. Wranglers into the zone. Petrov weaving his way through. Puck turned over now. Castamo finding a feed into the zone. Hedquist tying up Honka. Ogle creating a scrum in the corner. Sport arriving. Wranglers shovel this one out. Bouncing puck. Chandler battling for it. Petrov to it. Puck caught at the blue line. Wolcott going to go offsides. So we're going to offsides and immediate timeout as well. So we'll be back in just a minute. .30 left in the third period. Wranglers up 2-0. 22 shots for the Wranglers so far, 24 for the El Paso Rhinos. Castemo and Inzadi on the faceoff here in the neutral zone. Castemo winning this one. Haggerty trying to get a piece of it. Puck scooped up by Schaefer. Now Risega with it. Risega into the zone. Risega weaving his way through, running out of real estate. Honka trying to send it up and out. Haggerty had it for a second. Castemo looking for a feed on over. And a great stick in by Tyazati. Well, we got a penalty here and another dust up. Well, Tyazati may be a forward, but that is a defensive play of the ages by the number 25. Well, Honka is being escorted to the penalty box. Looks like the Wranglers might be going on a power play here now, folks. Honka pleading his case. Fish hitting crew not having any of it. A charge is what's going to be called on Honka. Well, we got 2 in the box now, as Bergner still serving the remainder of his penalty. Well, I didn't see him in there earlier. Might have been in there before. Well, your Wranglers on a Budweiser power play here now. 10:09 left in the third period. Miller, Dillon, Ogle. Out there with Boulanger and Risega. Dolan looks for a shot. This one blocked. Actually, that's going to be Smith, not Risega, excuse me. The 2 folded in looked like a 7. I was going to say I'm not against the notion of tossing 4 forwards out on the ice for a power play. Loose puck in the corner. Miller feeds it back to Smith. Smith has it caught up. Puck out of the zone here, delayed offsides. Oh, we'll get that offsides call here now. Miller and Boltzeni on the faceoff here in the neutral zone. 1:47 left of a power play for the Wranglers. Miller wins it. Sends it back to Smith. Smith quickly on over to Ogle. Ogle back to Smith. Smith looking for a feed to Dolan. Dolan scoops it up. Dolan cross-ice feed. Boulanger sending it around the boards. Miller trying to get down low. Dolan scoops it up. Looks for a pass. Shot. Scores! Jake Boulanger! Well, boulanger in French means bakery. So then that puck just got right into the oven. Jake Boulanger extending the lead for the Wranglers, 3-0. Well, that's what I was told by his family anyway, so they can't be wrong. It's their last name anyways. All I know is something bakery related was the story, so. Oh, we're backing away here. 9:39 left in the third period. Domakavis and Giblin getting us back underway. Puck caught up. And bouncing puck. Schaefer with it. And we're going to get a whistle here. And Jacob Miller with an assist. And Dolan with an assist as well. Oh, looks like just offsides was the call here. Gentler and Giblin on the face-off in the neutral zone. Giorgi sends it behind the net to Gerard. Gerard out of his net with it on his paddle. Feeds it to McCorser. Quickly dumps it off. Was looking for Boulanger. It's cut out. Giorgi to lose puck. Around the boards it goes. Boulanger sends it out of the zone. Gentler in pursuit. El Paso into the zone with a shot. This one sent high. And we're going to get a penalty here. Gerard hangs onto it. Looks like Schaefer's going to draw a penalty as he was hit hard. Oh, I thought we were getting a penalty. Not really sure. The whistle was before the puck was up and out of play. I think it's just going to be a whistle for Schaefer needing to get to the bench. And I think that's what you see out of Resega and Azadi. Kind of, they're trying to inquire, possibly get a man in the box. Can't blame them. You got to try. You don't know until you ask. Kaiser and Azadi on the face-off here in the Wranglers zone. And Michael Hill just kind of asking for an explanation. I think he was maybe looking for a penalty to get called, but not too much of a protest from him. And I see Schaefer now having a conversation with the linesman here. Well, Michael Hill wanting an explanation. He's not happy. He feels like there should be a man in the box. Not really sure what all this fanfare is about. Well, can't really tell what's going on. Looks like they might be having Schaefer going to the box. The Wranglers are on the penalty kill. I didn't see what was called, but interesting turn of events. Didn't really see the whole 9 yards of that. What happened with Schaefer. El Paso, puck down low. Toss back, Shore to Kaiser. Looks for a shot. A great block there from Hedquist. Shore scoops it up. Kaiser calling for it. And they score. Kaiser will put one into the top net. El Paso gonna find a goal on the power play here. Camden Kaiser slotting this one in the back of the net within 20 seconds of the power play. Shore with the assist on that one. 2:37 left in the third period. Wranglers lead 3-1. Miller and Poltani on the faceoff here. Porco with it. Sends it around the boards. Gerard out of his crease. Looking for a quick dump. Now, puck back around the boards. Bo. Gonna send this one up and out. Puck tossed back into the zone. Poltani looking for a feed. Bo with a stick in. Sending this one into the corner. This one's down ice. Fortin. Icing waved away. Fortin trying to get a loose puck. Fortin spins around. Gets to the puck first. Scooped up by Lupo. Lupo forced into the corner. Lupo looking for some support. Puck now back with the Rhinos. Georgie feeds it back on over. Over that. Feeding it into the corner. As now Hedquist looks for a quick dump and a little bit of a chase here as Lupo is looking to send this one around the boards. Shirk looking to cut this puck out as puck's going to get caught up, delayed offsides on the Wranglers, now waved away. Hedquist with it. Shirk scooped up. Petrov has it for a second. Petrov into the zone. Puck tossed into the corner. Wranglers looking for change. 7:16 left in the period. It's Wolcott. Denied on the blue line by Schaefer. Finds Gentler. Gentler into the zone. Gentler down low. Runs out of real estate. Tries to win the puck back. Gets a piece of it. Petrov cuts it out. Turns. Sends one. Just trying handling. Now Boulanger back to it. Looking for some help. Schaefer to it now. Schaefer looking to reset. Wranglers looking for a quick change here. So we'll get Rasega out there. Azadi dumps it into the zone. Azadi battling for his own puck. Azadi finds Rasega. Had it. And that one just a little bit behind Rasega there is now Murray. Sends it around the boards. Geyser and Azadi battling for this one on the wings. Through traffic, this one falls into the corner. Azadi floats it into the zone. Murray and the Rhinos with it. Haggerty trying to cut this one out. Azadi down low, finds Rasega. Sends it behind the net. Rasega to his own puck. Feeds it back. Sent back around the boards. Wranglers looking to complete that line change. Murray feeling some pressure from Fortin. 5:52 left in the third period. Geyser. Fortin poking away at it. Loose puck scooped up by Smith in his own zone. Sends it over to Poe. Poe. And this one sent back around the boards. Poe. Looking for Fortin. Now it's scooped up. Miller to Dillon. Dillon into the zone. Losing the puck a little bit there. Some slippery ice. Shirk trying to lay a nice hit, and he does. And Gerard has it cut out on his paddle. Ogle to the loose puck. 5:13 left in the third. Ogle feeds it to Dillon. Dillon just sending it into the corner. Wranglers looking to go for a change. Shirk in pursuit. And Shirk on the ground there, but man, a nice little collision. It's on his man up. 7-9. And a good block there by Damakievs. Ogle. Shirk to Hedquist. Hedquist with it. Chips it into the corner. Shore feeds it around. Schaefer to loose puck. This one's caught up on the wings. Honka's got it now. Honka tied up. Lupo trying to help out. Castamo with it. Bodies hit the deck. El Paso looking for a man down low. And they score. Wranglers unable to reset up defensively. And they'll cough one up. And that one looks like it's going to be put into the back of the net there. Can't see who that is. Looks like it's Shore. It is Shore. So Shore making it a one-goal game with 4:29. Shore's goal assisted by Honka and Wolcott. Back underway we go here. 4:29 left in the third. Gentler and Giblin. Borgo with it. Boulanger pokes it back into the zone. Back into the corner. Petrov trying to turn on the afterburners. Giblin denied at the blue line. Petrov with it. Gentler to it. Gentler chips it into the corner before going for a change. Haggerty trying to get to the puck first. Does just that. Haggerty has it poked away. Haggerty still trying to stay with it now. Haggerty still staying with it. Gets a piece of it. Haggerty over the ice right now. El Paso looking to chip this one into the corner. Zadi trying to whack away at it. Now, loose puck scooped up by Rusega. Rusega sending it on, and now held on to by Hanlon. 3:38 left in the third period. 1-goal game now. After Thomas Shore made it 3-2 scoreline. Miller and Polzani on the faceoff inside the El Paso zone. El Paso controlling the puck here. Puck all the way down ice. As icing's gonna get called, El Paso thought they had it beat. Sure looked pretty darn close there. Nolan Smith was right there. And the El Paso bench not pleased with that call. 3:32 left in the third period. Well, we're gonna take this one to center ice here. Miller and Bolzani on the faceoff. Miller winning this one. Dillon sends it back to Hedquist. Finds Ogle. Puck in. And around the boards it goes. Dillon trying to lay a hit in the corner now. And Hedquist trying to chip it in. Now it's Smith with it. Looks for a shot and gloved and held onto by Gerard. Good block on the shot there from Ethan Ogle. 3:15 left in the third period. Zada and Castemo on the face-off inside the Wranglers zone here. Puck into the corner. Ogle to it. Kept in the zone by Shore. Feeds it down low. El Paso. Wolcott with it. Looks for a shot. This one sent wide. Hanlon looking to the bench. And a puck blocked through traffic. Wranglers looking for a cross-ice feed. As this one is cut out. Haggerty feeds it off to Rusega. Rusega into the zone. Rusega pivots. Was looking for Izadi. Izadi trying to keep it down low into the corner. Sends it down there. Wranglers looking for a change. 2:44 left in the third. Hanlon looking to the bench. Puck around the boards. Poe to the puck. Boulanger sends it out of the zone. Giblin with it. Ships it in on to Gerard. Gerard calms the puck down. Poe. Boulanger standing his man up. Puck scooped up. Smith. Fed down in. Boulanger keeps it into the El Paso zone. Wranglers looking for a change. Petrov tying this puck up on the wings. El Paso with it. 2:08 left in the third. Hanlon starting to inch towards the bench. Wranglers send this one all the way down ice. Icing waved away. Thornton looking for a feed down low. Finds Dolan. Dolan turns. Looks for a shot. And held on to by Hanlon. 1:51 left in the third period now. Face off inside the El Paso zone here. Zadi and Polzani on the faceoff. Poltani wins this one. Puck all the way down ice. And icing's going to get called again. 1:45 left in the third period. .145 left in the third period. Face off inside the El Paso zone. Miller and Poltani on the draw. Puck tied up. Dolan in the corner. As it's taken away by Poltani. Hanlon starting to inch towards the bench. Toss back in by Dolan. Dolan with it. Dolan pivots, looking for a feed. Sends it back down low to Ford. As this one's on the doorstep of Hanlon. .127 left in the third period. Face off inside the El Paso zone. Izzotti has it taken away. Puck toss back into the zone. Haggerty in pursuit. Tying this puck up down low. Captain Izzotti has it jammed on a stick. Hanlon starting to go to the bench. Has to go back a little bit. He's going. Hanlon's on the bench. Extra attacker out there for the Rhinos. 1 minute left in the third. Kaiser with it. And a shot. This one sent wide. Haggerty has it caught up. 45 seconds left in the third. Kaiser looking for a shot. This one sent into the corner. Hedquist ties his man up. Scooped up. Rusega. And it's going to trickle down ice. Icing waved away. Rusega battling Kaiser for it. Rusega takes him down. Rusega weaves his way through. Shot denied on the bar. Oh no, 20 seconds left in the third. Puck caught up in the air. Sent into the zone. 15 seconds left in the third. Rusega battling for it. Rusega pokes at it. 10 seconds left in the third. Wranglers need to keep their shape defensively. Schaefer sends his man down. Time's trickling. Puck down ice. This one is over. Wranglers 3-2 win. have the free stars of the game in just a second. Well, hold on. We got 0.9 seconds left on the clock. Boulanger and Smith. Puck's down, and now it's over. Wranglers win 3-2. And it's goalie hugs for Charles-Antoine Girard. We'll have the free stars of the game in just a minute. Well, we appreciate everyone tuning on in to this broadcast. What a fun series this one's been. And full credit to the El Paso Rhinos. They did not shy away after going down 2-0 in this one here. Oh, we got the free stars of the game here in just a second. Danlo Nolan, third star of the game. Jacob Miller, your second star of the game. And with the game-winning goal, Jake Boulanger. Well, that will do it for us here, folks, as they do a quick interview with Jake Boulanger. As we'll head down for a quick community coaches interview with head coach Michael Hill and some of the guys on the team. So that's going to do it for us. Wranglers are off next week, and then the following week they are down in not El Paso. They just played El Paso, Odessa. Wranglers return in 2 weeks' time on the road in Odessa for a 2-game series. We'll have coverage of that one on the away feed, as well as the official Amarillo Wranglers YouTube channel. This has been your Director of Media and Broadcasting, Daniel Wheaton, wishing you a great night. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'm tired. I'm going to go get some rest. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning on in. Have a good one.